We're here in game number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the last week of the After Hours Gaming League group stage. I am Penguin. With me is none other than the Canadian boy, Rifkin. I hope he's wearing his dinosaur suit because this is going to be awesome. And in the bottom left spawn location, who do we have spawning for Storm 8?
Well, you did like 90% of the intro and threw me the last bit, so I'll take it.
I know.
It's going to be the Red Zerg player, FINALBUG.
And, well, his opponent is going to be spawning for EA. Their opponent, he's going to be none other than the Blue Zerg, PLASTK. Well, Newkirk City, man. What do you think we're going to be seeing on this map?
Well, if this was not a mirror matchup, I'd say this is going to be a long freaking game that we're in store for. Because we've seen a lot of crazy games happen on Newkirk. We had, like, the Night of Swarm for the Swarm host. We've had just Terran versus Zerg Clash of the Titans. But Zerg versus Zerg, I believe this is the first time we're seeing it on this map.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any ZVZs on this map. And this is a map that actually lends itself to Ling Bane aggression pretty nicely. Even though the rush distance to bases is pretty long, the ramp, the natural, is very, very wide.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just put 2 queens there. That will not be enough. You're going to have to get evolution chambers, roach warrants, if you really want to wall that off and keep it nice and tight.
And the thing as well is that the ramp is relatively far away from the actual mineral line, so you actually have to spread creep tumors there to the ramp if you want to wall off at the ramp itself.
Well, Penguin, you want to talk about baneling aggression? I don't know if it'll be baneling or just circling all in, but we do have PLASTK for, I think that was a 13 pool on top of early gas, so this could get ugly quick.
Yeah, he is continuing to make drones. It doesn't actually say much yet, but we'll know when he cuts drones and whether or not he pulls off gas, whether he wants to macro behind this or whether he wants to go for an all-in sort of play. His opponent on the other side of the map is going to be grabbing an expansion, so FINALBUG throwing down that hatchery. And I actually have a couple notes on FINALBUG. Overlord High Five going down closer to plastic space. But yeah, we have this is FINALBUG's 3rd ZVZ of the season. I guess it's actually his 4th of the season. The note's wrong because he's apparently 2-1 in this matchup. So this would be the 4th ZVZ of the season. And he's been preparing by apparently getting coaching from LZ Gamer, who he's been able to take a couple of games off of recently. So that's very, very impressive. And
LZ Gamer, he's been releasing a lot of time. He's putting a lot of replay packs. I mean, if FINALBUG wasn't getting direct coaching, there's definitely resources for him to study up on.
That's true. And we do see several links already coming out for PLASTK. So 6 are already, well, 4 are on the field, 2 more in production. So it looks like he does want to put some aggression on. Whoa. That's an early Roach Warren coming down on 21 supply for PLASTK.
Yeah, on top of Burrow. I'm a little intrigued. I thought he was just...
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to say, with the Burrow coming out, we might just see some cool Roach Burrow micro for the healing, but with all the Zerglings being produced, I really thought we were going to see some early speed, Penguin.
This is actually really cool. He's getting the links, I think, predominantly to deny scouting. They'll also be very, very nice in buffering for the Roaches, just being a little bit of extra tankiness and just damage dealing power in the all-in. But this is definitely an all-in from PLASTK. And this is something that we haven't seen any of this in the After Hours Gaming League so far, but I've been looking forward to seeing how people utilize the hatchery burrow. And this is incredibly early burrow, and it's not normal for the opposing Zerg player to have detection out at this time. Of course, you don't need an Evo chamber for spore crawlers anymore, but that's not mobile detection, and this is going to be very, very difficult to deal with if FINALBUG isn't ready.
I think he's expecting banelings, Penguin.
Yeah, he saw the lings moving out. He saw 8 lings moving out, and now he's going to see the roaches. And he's not going to be all that happy because he's actually missed 2 injects by having these queens on the ramp already. And you need as many lings as you possibly can to deal with a roach all-in like this. And he's getting banelings again, so...
Banelings will help. The splash damage will be nice, but it's not exactly game-ending versus roaches. And you got to keep in mind, you'll lose the baneling as a unit after it detonates. So these roaches are really going to get in here and do a lot of damage, I feel.
Yeah, I don't actually feel like these banelings are going to do anything at all, just because they do nice... if you get a nice hit, they do reasonably well against roaches if you can get really nice hits and stuff to support them. But the roaches have burrow, so they can regenerate that health very, very quickly.
And I kind of feel like PLASTK's best thing to do here wouldn't even be engage this head-on, just walk around, use the range of the roaches to snipe off that hatchery. Don't even fight the spine crawlers.
Yeah,
it looks like he's going to go for it. Banelings are going to connect to the Zerglings. We see carcasses flying everywhere because this is, in fact, part of the swarm. And there are so cool physics. Now, the spike has been transfused twice. It does finally go down. Nice burrow on that roach. Oh, can he burrow the other? So,
Oh.
great burrow micro, keeping these roaches alive. And of course, there's no detection here for Final Bug. There can't be for quite a long time. I mean, he could try and rush out a Spore Crawler, but really? I don't think that's a good choice at all.
He actually does not manage to burrow that Spine Crawler, taking a lot of free shots on that. He's up to 3 queens, but one of them will go down. 2 transfuses are available. And
He is transfusing the heck out of that. But it's not even going to get the burrow.
This
Meanwhile, the roaches...
Wow.
Yeah, look at that burrow micro. I mean, he's kept so many roaches alive that quite frankly he shouldn't have been able to do. This definitely outclasses speed on a whole nother level.
Yeah, we have 20 lings are about to spawn. They do have no speed, so it's going to be very easy to kite these. And all of the drones coming off the line, still no detection.
Drone's actually not too bad against roaches, if he can catch them before they burrow. But no, we get some amazing micro coming out of Plastic here, Penguin.
And he loses a couple of the roaches there, a little bit sloppy, but as you said, he's been able to keep the rest of these alive so long. I think those 2 that he just lost were the first ones he's lost all game. He has more roaches rallying in here as well, unburrowing them all to try to finish off these Zerglings, and he's double the supply of Final Bug at this point, Ripken.
Yeah, this is absolutely all in too. Plastic, I mean, if Final Bug could have held this off, that would have been it for Plastic. I mean, he invested so much to this, it's just... It wouldn't have paid off if he could have held it off. But between the 2 Spine Crawlers, the miscontrol on the ramp, I think Final Bug's gonna... tap out here any second, as these roaches are still just alive. This is... I mean, well, I guess that's the lore behind roaches, though. Kerrigan wanted to make units that would be incredibly durable and never die, and, well, that's the roach for you.
Yeah, this is actually, we're at the point now where, like, the number of roaches on the field is almost equal to the number of supply that Final Bug has, so this is looking very, very grim. I don't really think there's a way for him back into this.
He's actually got more roaches than total units of Final Bug right now, and that's counting Overlords.
Oh boy, it's a little disappointing for Final Bug to go out like this, especially since he has been practicing so hard for this by training with LZ Gamer and such. But Plastic executing a very awesome all-in. GG is called, and EA takes a very quick game 1.